everyone, Sophia here for my great challenge. Welcome back to my Mystery Quilt 2022. I am doing Pat Sloan's Mystery Quilt. It is called Sweet Dreams. It is all about cakes and pastries and goodies and ice cream, you name it. It is an ongoing weekly block series, and there are a total of 18 blocks. So how do you join? You don't need to do anything special. You check out the link down below. You go to ilovetomakequilts.com. That is Pat Sloan's website. Every Wednesday she's issuing a new block. It's free of charge. All you have to do is print your instructions for the block, and that would be it. So it's 18 weeks altogether. Today I am doing block number 14. It is called Cheesecake. And it is this block right here, and for some reason it reminds me more of a hot cross bun than a cheesecake, but we're gonna go with cheesecake. So Pat Sloan's quilt is all in pink and grays, but you can do your quilt in any color you may choose, and mine I've picked rainbow colors, so every block is part of the rainbow. So I have blues, I have hot pink, light pink, red, green, yellows, oranges. I do have brown. And speaking of brown, today, since I am picking up some of the colors from the central medallion, if you remember, I am going to use some of those. So today I'm doing this cheesecake. We're doing 2 blocks, 2 of the same, 2 different color combination. One I'm going to do in brown and plum color, and the other one I'm gonna do in dark blue and hot pink. So let's get started. As usual, I'm going to cut my fabric first, and then I'll give you all the instructions you need to make this cheesecake block. So before I start, let's talk colors. We are doing 2 same block in 2 different color scheme, and my first one is going to be this background, which is the regular background, a dark, which is kind of an eggplant, a medium, which is this brown with eggplant orangey color, and the center square is going to be this orange. And the other one is going to be the background. This is going to be my dark, this will be the medium for the pinwheel, and then this one will be the center block, and it's a light blue. So let's get started. I got a lot of cutting to do. So here goes, and for my brown block I will need 4 rectangle, 4 small square, 2 large square in the background. We need 2 large square in the dark, 4 large square in the medium, 1 center, and 4 small squares. And I'm repeating the same thing for the blue one. We have 4 rectangles, 4 small square, we have 2 large square, 2 large in the dark fabric, 4 large in the medium fabric, 1 for the center, that's a small square, and then 4 small squares. That's going to be the rest of the design, and these are for the half square triangles. So guess what? We're making half square triangles. Aren't you sick and tired of half square triangles? I know I am. Okay, so we're gonna make two dark background. Oops. So we're gonna make two dark background and medium, and then you make, I'm starting with the brown one, and then you make two the dark and the medium. All right, so that's 2 and 2, 4, so that's 8 units altogether once you split them. And then the same thing with the blue. We're gonna make two that are the dark blue and the medium blue, and two that are the medium blue and the white. So if you're brand new, welcome. I'm going to show you yet again how to do a half square triangle. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Here we go. Take one of your squares right side up. You take one of your white square, or whichever other color you have. You place it right on top. And you're going to trace a line from corner to corner. Right here. And what's going to happen is that we're going to go to the machine and sew a quarter of an inch from that blue line. We're going to sew a straight line here and a straight line there. Once that's done, the square gets cut in half right on top of the blue line. And when you unfold it, you end up with this pattern. And that's called a half square triangle. So let me do that, and we're going to chain them. So that would be for the white background. If I was doing the dark background, same thing. They both have to be right side to right side. So this one is right side up, and you see how this one, I don't know if you can see, has a bit of a pattern to it. So make sure that you flip it and it would go on top this way. All right, and then when you unfold it, it's going to look, come on now, it's going to look like this. All right, so let me prep them and then we'll go to the machine. Okay, here goes. Let me start with this, and again I'm going to chain them, meaning that I'm just doing them one after the other, and then I'll flip them around. So again, we are at a 1/4 inch seam, and on this foot right here, which is a 1/4 inch foot, the 1/4 inch is right at the edge here, not the big edge right here, but this one. So I'm placing my foot right on that line like this. Needle down, and here we go. Okay, you just follow the line, right? So let's get the next one. I keep the needle down, and I'm moving my foot and placing my 1/4 inch right down the line. And next one. So I do that until I have them all. And then I'll show you how to flip them. Once you're done, it basically gives you this big chain like this, right? So now I'm taking the chain back from the beginning, and you see where my 1/4 inch is right here. So now what I'm going to do is flip my chain, start from the end, which is this one, the last one I did, and my stitching is on this side, and I need to do a new line on this side. Okay, so I'm just placing this one right here. I'm following the same line, needle down, and off we go. When I get towards the end, I slow down a little bit and I position the next one to make sure I grab the same line. You'll probably see better on here. See, I'm trying to position this one so that my foot catches the line. There we go. And this is what it's supposed to look like. A blue line in the middle and 2 stitched line at 1/4 inch seam on either side, here and here. Alright, so now I just got to separate them. Split them in half. And press them. Then we square them. So once I've separated them all, I just got to cut them in half. I just follow the blue line. And each one gives me 2 units. So here's 1 unit. And here is the second unit. So let me do the same thing with the white and blue so you can see better contrast. There you go. Alright, let me press them. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. You get 8 of those units in the blue. Some of them are the 2 blues together, some of them are background and blue. And then you get 8 of those units. So some of them are the 2 dark colors and some of them are the white and the medium. Okay, we're going to square them to 2.5 by 2.5. And I know I show that to you every week, but it's just like everything else in quilting, it is repetition. Take your tucker trimmer. You place it right here. And you basically, let me see if I can cast a shadow on this. 2.5 and 2.5. You're placing your diagonal right here. So you follow your diagonal, okay? And you move that down till about here. So I don't have a lot to remove from this one, but I'm going to remove everything that's on top here. Okay, and then I flip it this way and I follow the same diagonal, except that I have the 2.5 here and here, and then everything else that is outside of my ruler I remove. And that's a perfect 2.5 by 2.5. We do another one. Okay, that's it. All right, let me do all of them, and then when I come back, we'll start assembling the block. So let's start assembling. We're gonna do quadrants basically. So we're gonna take one of those rectangles right here, and then underneath it, one of the white background that's matching, and right next to it is this one. So that's 3 pieces. This one to this one, like this, at a 1/4 inch seam. Press it, and when done, this one goes on top like this at a 1/4 inch seam, and that's going to give you a square. So that's 1, and then for the blue it would look like this: the rectangle, a white, and a blue. And same thing, this one to this one, press it, and then this one to that one and you get a square. And we are making 4 of them. So here's one. So the second one will go like this. They're not on top. I'm just pre-assembling them basically. Here's this one goes here. This one goes there. Doing little stacks. Here and here. And then the 4th one like this, and like this. So we'll make 4 units like this, and then we have to do 4 units like this one. And again, and to save time, I'm basically going to assemble them all as a chain, and then I'll cut them from each other, press them all, and then we'll chain the rectangle to it. So to resize them, I take my trimmer and then I find the 4.5 and the 4.5. The one part I don't want to lose is any of this fabric. And by the way, let me get my little pointer here. I've had messages about ladies freaking out about their points. They're like, Sophia, I assembled this and I don't have a point. Before you do all your seams, your triangles are going to have this broken point right here. The space between here and here needs to be 1/4 inch. Because what happens, I'm going to show it to you that way, is when you're going to add your next piece of fabric right here, that's when you're going to have your point. Okay, so we don't want to lose any of this and any of this. So I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to place the 4.5 here and here. And whatever I have extra that's on the side here, I trim, and on top, I trim. And that is a perfect 4.5 by 4.5. So I now have 4 units in the blue and 4 units in the brown. So let me put those aside because we got to move on with the next one. And for the next one, we're going to take, and we're going to make 4 units, a dark, like this, and then it's going to be followed like that by a half square triangle that's dark and medium. So let me close up for you. Here we go. So again, we're doing a dark, and it's followed by a half square triangle that is the dark and the medium. And each of those we need 4. So let me prep them together. So this unit goes here, this is here and here. These are all my darks. And then for this, I add 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then here are my dark blue. Okay, So we need to make 4 of those. So I'm ready to assemble the block. Let's start with the brown one. I'm gonna do the top corners first. So there's one corner here, and then this one has to be flipped this way. And then at the bottom, we have one going this way and the other one going that way. Okay. These are the units that I just made. So we have this one going this way. So you see how side by side it's making this big triangle, right? This one is going this way. And again, we have a big triangle right here. This one goes this way. And the last one goes this way. So it's making like a pinwheel, and in the middle, making sure that I have the fabric with the direction where it's supposed to go, is this little square. Alright, so how do you assemble it? Very easy. Separate them. 1, 2, 3 rows. This one to this one, this one to that one, this one to this one, this one to that one, this to that one to this one. They are all at a 1/4 inch seam. So I'm going to do this one first, and this one, then this one, press them, and then assemble them. And I'm sure you want to see what the blue one looks like. So let's start with the blue one. I'll put it on top. I like this block. It's easy to make. Okay, the blue one is going to be this. That one. This one. And this one. And then this. This one, this one, and in the middle is the light blue. Isn't it cool? I love quilting. I'm not good at math, but this is something that I can do. Okay, so let me assemble them, and then I think I'll be done with these 2 blocks. Okay, here we go. Cheesecake. And I tell you what, they were super easy to make. So let's look at the plum one first. I'm doing pretty good on the points there. Oh, actually, it's not in the right position because I decided to have this going up. And yeah, I think it looks really good. And here is the blue one. So you tell me what you think. And if you are afraid of quilting, I hope I gave you very easy instructions and I am taking the anxiety out of quilting and that you will try it. This is the reason why I'm doing those videos. I really want everybody to give quilting a try. And if you forgot what the quilt actually looks like, it's right here and it's just patiently waiting for me to assemble it. And that would be it. Okay, let me say goodbye. Ta-da! Hey, I love this block. It's super easy to make. Super easy to make. And guess what? I did fairly good on it. Ooh, the light on this really picks up the plum color that I picked. So I did good on the points. I hope the instructions I gave you to keep your points was helpful. The good thing about this particular block is that it does not end with points. So you can trim it to exactly the size or dimension that she wants you to trim it to, which is 10.5 by 10.5 without losing any design. So I liked it. Guys, there's four more to go, and then we're just going to go ahead and assemble the quilt. Yes, I will show you how to quilt it on your domestic machine. I'll show you different techniques to do it. I'm probably going to do a mix of free motion quilting and stitching the ditch, as well as using the walking foot. So 3 methods to quilt your quilt. And that would be it. At the end, I have a gallery of the ladies who are still doing it. So you can see their updates. And please, if you're doing this quilt, send me pictures at mygreatchallenge@gmail.com and I will put them at the end of this gallery. And until next week, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my Facebook and Instagram for daily updates when there's any kind of updates not necessarily quilt related, and my Great Challenge gift on Etsy for channel merch, and Frenchie and Tubby on Etsy for vintage finds. I'll talk to you later. Bye! Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.